Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Those of you on TikTok and YouTube platforms, we thank the Most High even for you. Let us pray. Oh, Most Holy Sanini, we thank you for everything, the great I am that I am. We thank you for everything that you've done. We praise you for your protection. We thank you for your judgments. We thank you for those things we know that are going to come, and we hasten for those days. We thank you for the things that will be, and to take those things that are and move them out of the way that oppress us. And we thank you for all that you said, for your word is pure. It's even delight to our souls. It's like a balm in our spirits. Oh, we thank you, we praise you, and we give you the glory for all things. We ask you to deal and make us clean, make us whole, even through your commandments and your statutes and your judgment, which causes us to be clean and whole. And we thank you for all these things. Yes, and we thank God for you. Now we're coming from Exodus chapter 8, and we're going to start with verse 1. And the I am spake unto Moses, Go unto Pharaoh, and said unto him, Thus saith the I am, Let my people go, that they might serve me. And if thou refuse to let them go, behold, I will smite thy borders with frogs. And the rivers shall bring forth frogs abundantly, which shall go up and come into thine house, into thy bed chambers, and upon thy bed, into thy house of thy servants, and upon thy people, into thy ovens, and into thy kneading troughs. And the frogs shall come upon both thee and upon thy people, upon all thy servants. And the I am spake unto Moses, saying unto Aaron, Stretch forth thy hand with thy rod, and over the streams, over the rivers, and over the ponds, cause the frogs to come up upon the land of Egypt. And Aaron stretched forth his hands over the waters of Egypt, and the frogs came up and covered the land of Egypt. And the magicians did so with their enchantment, and brought up the frogs upon the land of Egypt. Now, this thing was a very grievous thing for the Egyptians. They never seen nothing like this. Yes, you've seen all the things, the magical things that the magicians did, the priests of honor, whatever you want to call them, but they couldn't do nothing like unto what the Most High. You notice they brought the frogs, but they couldn't make the frogs leave, okay? Now we're going to keep going, all right? God is powerful. Now, and the magicians did so with their enchantment. Verse 8, And Pharaoh called Moses and Aaron and said, Entreat the I am, that he may take away the frogs from me and from my people, and I will let the people go, that they might sacrifice unto the I am. Verse 9, And Moses said unto Pharaoh, Glory over me. When shall I entreat for thee and for thy servants and for thy people to destroy the frogs from thee and from thy houses, and that they may remain in the river only? And he said, Tomorrow. And he said, Be it according to thy word, that thou mayest know that there is none like unto the I am, our God. Yes. And the frogs shall depart from thee and from thy house and from thy servants and from thy people. They shall remain in the river only. Now, and Moses and Aaron went out from Pharaoh and cried unto the I am, because the frogs which he had brought against Pharaoh. And the I am did according to the word of Moses. Not that he was a Moses servant, but he did because that's what he commanded Moses to do. And now he heard what Moses says. Moses said, okay, I am, take it away from them. They say they are right, but God knew better. Anyway. And they gathered them together upon heaps, and the land stank. You get stinking frogs, big frogs. You talking about these nasty things. Some of the frogs may have been poisonous. Who knows? They didn't say what kind of frogs they were. Now it says, But when Pharaoh saw that there was respite, he hardened his heart, and hearkened not unto them, as the Sinini Nanini even said. In other words, he changed his mind. He reneged. He backed up. Oh, no, I ain't going to let him go. Okay, all right, don't do that. And the Most High said unto Moses, Say unto Aaron, Stretch forth out that rod and smite the dust of the land, that it might become lice throughout all the land of Egypt. And they did so. And Aaron stretched out his hand with his rod and smote the dust of the earth, and it became lice in man and in beast, and all the dust of the land became lice throughout the land of Egypt. And the magicians did so with their enchantments to bring forth lice, but they could not. Oh, the power of the I am, the Sanini Nainini, the power. He can allow the magicians to bring you a strong delusion, or he can cause those same things to cease. You can sit up there, you got some of these can make people float through the air with the greatest of ease, and those can fly plumb brooms and cause things to happen. But when God says no, it's not going to be so. They couldn't do it. And the same thing in this day. If you trust and put your hope in the Most High, even Sanini Nainini, And the magician said unto Pharaoh, this is where they acknowledge that there is only one God. There is only one power over every power. This is the finger of God. And Pharaoh's heart was hardened. No, your God's supposed to be better. Yo, different women and all these other crazy things that you have. These gods supposed to be better, but no. And he hearkened unto them, not unto them, as the I am had said. And the I am said unto Moses, rise up early in the morning and stand before Pharaoh. Lo, he cometh forth to the water, and say unto him, thus saith the I am, let my people go, that they may serve me. Else, if thou wilt not let my people go, behold, I will send swarms of flies upon thee, and upon thy servants, and upon thy people into thy houses. And the houses of the Egyptians shall be full of swarms of flies, also the ground whereon they are. And I will sever in that day the land of Goshen, in which my people dwell, that no swarms of flies shall be there, to the end that thou mayest know that I am in the midst of the earth. Now, God put a petition between you and the sin of this earth. You have to put a petition between the sin of this earth. You're going to see in the later chapters of the Exodus, even throughout the Bible, or should I say the Old Testament, where God is going to he says, put a petition. You make you a difference between clean and unclean. You do that, and God's going to be with you. The nations that come and say, we will not no more take these things off of these people. You will not take the things that their sin just so you can get a loaf of bread from it. Is not your God even more than that? Why do you need a loaf of bread? Why do you need them to approve of everything that you do? No, you don't. My heart goes out to those nations and those countries that have allowed themselves to push back the heathen and to cleave unto those things that are right. Yes, my heart goes out to them. Anyway, let's go then. And the magician said to Pharaoh, this is the finger of God. Verse 20. And the Most High said unto Moses, rise up early in the morning and stand before Pharaoh. Lo, he cometh to the water, and say to him, thus saith the I am, let my people go, that they may serve me. Else, if thou wilt not let my people go, behold, I will send swarms of flies upon them, and upon thy servants, and upon thy people, into thy houses, and thy houses of the Egyptians shall be full swarms of flies, and also the ground whereon they are. And I will sever in that day the land of Goshen, in which my people dwell, that no swarms of flies shall be there, to the end thou mayest know that I am in the midst of the earth. And I will put divisions between my people, and tomorrow shall be this sign be. Verse 24. And the I am said, there came a grievous swarm of flies into the house of Pharaoh, and into his servants' houses, into all the land of Egypt, and the land was corrupted by reason of the swarms of flies. And Pharaoh called Moses and Aaron and said, go ye, sacrifice to your God in the land. And Moses says, this is not meet so to do, for we shall sacrifice the abomination of the Egyptians to the Lord our God, or even the I am our God. Lo, we sacrifice the abomination of the Egyptians before their eyes, and will not they stone us? We will go 3 days journey into the wilderness and sacrifice to our God as he has commanded us. Now, when you praise, you don't go doing your praise before a bunch of heathen. You don't go doing your whatever you're doing is to exalt God. You do it amongst yourselves, those who are living, those who are chosen. That's where you go and offer your praise. Yes, and that's where you do your feast, and that's where you do all these things. Excuse me. And Pharaoh says, I will let you go, that you may sacrifice to the Lord your God in the wilderness. Only ye shall not go very far. Pray for me. Not entreat for me, but pray for me. And Moses said, behold, I go from thee, and I will entreat the I am, that the swarm of flies may depart from Pharaoh for his servants and from his people tomorrow. But let not Pharaoh deal deceitfully any more, and not letting the people to go sacrifice to the I am. And Moses went out from Pharaoh and entreated the I am, and the I am did according to the word of Moses, and he removed the swarms of flies and from his servants and from his people, and there remained not one. And Pharaoh hardened his heart again this time also, neither would he let the people go. And with that, we're going to say peace.